soil brothers and soil sisters. What's up, fam? Guys, I don't know about y'all, but it's been feeling pretty good out there in the morning. So I don't know. I think fall is coming. Where you at? And what's the temperatures where you live? It's about that time, guys. Fall gardening. So depending on where you live, you probably should have already got started with some stuff. But with us, we can wait just a little bit longer because we can have warm weather all the way up into December. And the bugs will still be pretty ferocious. So, guys, if you are new to gardening, fall gardening kind of consists of brassicas. So those are the plants that you want to be planting right about now. All right. So if you're not sure what brassicas are, you might want to do some research. But if you're in a colder climate, it's probably too late to get seeds started. So starts are where you want to go. So that's going to be a little bit of what we're going to talk about today.
It looks like everybody in the colder climate because they talking about 50s, 56, 51. Ooh. What's up, Soil Family? Today is Sunday. I don't know if my husband told y'all that today is Sunday.
Yeah, they don't know that.
It is August 31st, something like that, because tomorrow is September 1st. However, today is Sunday, and it is beautiful here. When we woke up, it was 69 degrees here in Savannah.
It was that. I thought it was a little cooler than that.
69. Last night, I went to a Savannah State football game. This other team actually ate them alive on their own field. But Stephanie kept saying, "It's so cold. Oh my God, it's cold." It was getting cool, so that's different for Savannah. But hey,
Gigi says 80 degrees. Where you at? Where you at? Miami?
I don't know, like
You up here in Florida somewhere.
49 in Ohio, 66 in Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
It was really comfortable when I was in Virginia Beach with mom on week before last. But 49,
Yeah, y'all definitely in Florida.
yeah, that's a big crank.
Yeah. So we like I said, our climate is weird. We can get cold in a couple of weeks, or it won't be until December, maybe even January, February. So it's crazy with us. And growing brassicas, you want to get started when the weather is comfortable, so you can get a nice size plant. But with our climate, with the bugs, now I know bugs are not as bad everywhere, but in our climate, the bugs are extremely bad. And getting started too early, all you do is feeding the bugs because it is horrible. And we try to do our growing pesticide free. So it is a lot of work to keep all the bugs from devouring and taking over your plant. So you have to be strategic and know your area. Like I said, brand new to gardening, brassicas is where you want to be. Things like your greens and cabbages and your broccolis and stuff like that. So you want to make sure you're planting the right things for the right season. Make sure you plant them the right way by, getting the ground ready. But before we get too far into that, we've been having a ton of questions, guys. Generally, when y'all write questions in about issues that's going on with you, I'm the one in the comments, and I'm gonna answer them as many as I can with the time that I have available. Now, some of the conditions that y'all asked about, I'm not familiar with. My wife would know because she's a nurse. I'm familiar with the ones that we have actually dealt with, or the ones that's more common, or the ones that we have been having discussions about a whole lot. So, and I'm gonna tell you guys, one thing I definitely know, most of us, we don't deal with a situation until the situation has affected us. I'm gonna tell you, being proactive and dealing with problems that can arise is the best bet. Don't wait till you're sick or ill and feel like you need to rush to do something. There's a lot of us that's already having issues. We already sick, and we don't know it because the way we feel is so normal to us. So the stuff that we generally talk about, you probably want to go ahead and start incorporating when they're talking about changing the way you eat. I mean, if you're buying stuff from the grocery store and you are buying, the normal everyday foods, the junk that we have became accustomed to, it's hard to give up. For one, because we grew up on it and we've been eating this stuff forever. So now our taste buds are adapted to what it is that we eat. Well, what they're doing is keeping the taste similar while changing all the ingredients over time. And these ingredients are very, very bad for us. It's doing a whole bunch of things to our body, and we don't realize it until we automatically get sick. Now, everybody jumping on what pill to take. That's another issue, guys. Stop relying on a pill. If you're not going to do the work to make yourself better, then you're not going to get better. All right, a pill may relieve some of the symptoms for momentarily, but if you're not doing the work, that means cutting back on the foods that's causing the problem, stopping the things that you're doing to make yourself sick, and you just want to take a pill, guys, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. All you're going to do is cause more problems with that. All right. So if you find yourself in a really, really bad situation, and you need some immediate help, and a pill is something that you need to get that immediate help, by all means. But you should then stop trying to figure out what's causing your problem and changing it. Don't rely on just taking that pill to make yourself better, because your body requires a whole lot to break down the pill and to get it to where it's able to be used in the body. It is toxic and it will cause other issues. All those side effects that you see that comes along with taking each one of those pills, whether or not it jumps on you immediately, if it's a side effect, it's affecting your body one way or the other. Some of us get affected a lot stronger than others, but that don't mean you're not being affected. So it is a really, really dangerous thing, guys. So we have people talking about cancer a lot. We could talk about cancers in what we have studied, what we have learned. We have talked to a lot of people. They have tried some of the things that we have talked about, and they have had results. All we do is pass those results and those conversations on to the masses. Not doctors' advice. None of the stuff we talk about is to be taken as medical advice. It's not. It is for you to have knowledge so you can actually incorporate a lot of the stuff into your life and make yourself better. Stop depending on what society is telling you, because the society is here to make money. You're here to take care of your body and your family. Society is in to feed off of you and your family. So whatever gonna make people money is what people are doing, and it's not helping you. So if you want to help yourself, you're gonna have to look for yourself at what can be best for you. Now, cancer, so many times. Now, this is what we have found during the studies, and uh, this is not something we have been through, but we talk to people. Some people have cured themselves by doing stuff like this. Cutting out all sugars, guys, all sweets. Cutting all that stuff out. Cutting out all your carbs. Now, if you don't know, carbs are a sugar. Carbs break down in your body as sugar. These are some of the things that cancers feed off of. And you should, once you realize you're starting to have a problem with that, that should be immediately cut out altogether. If you have to Google what's a carb and what got carbs in it, you need to do that. And you need to immediately stop. Processed foods, guys, all these chemicals that they're putting into your foods that making your body act up. You need to definitely cut that out. I don't care how much you love those cookies. I don't care how much you love those cakes. You know, any of that stuff, potato chips, all that stuff got preservatives in it. Your Snicker bars, your sodas, most definitely, juices, all that needs to be cut out. You have to get real, precise about what it is you're trying to do. You wanna survive, and you want to do it in the least invasive way possible, and that's going to be to stop doing all the stuff you've been doing. The stuff you've been doing is what got you where you at. Now you got to change that. Do the work, guys. Stop relying on a pill. Stop relying on with the stop relying on the system as much, and rely on your knowledge and doing what's going to be best for you or your family members. Pass this along, guys. This is stuff that each and every person that got any kind of cancer need to stop doing. You need to stop feeding it, because that's what it's eating. It's eating those carbs, it's eating them sugars, it's eating all of the preservatives, all this junk that they're putting into your food, the antibiotics and stuff that they're putting into some of the meats, the sprays that they're putting on some of the vegetables. All that stuff is contributing to your problem. Now, there are some more studies with the ivermectin.
So cancer is basically, um, what we have to do when we're dealing with cancer is fight the parasites. So in other countries, they deworm or they detox their system, or they do a parasite cleanse. The bad thing about a parasite cleanse is they so harsh and they disgusting. Like, if you anything like me, my husband will suck it up and be like, well, I would just drink it and hurry up and get it over with. And I cannot. So that's what make it hard for us to detox or do a parasite cleanse. But you can use things such as, and this is not medical advice, we've just done our research and we've seen great results in things like ivermectin and flubenazole. Those are horse dewormers that people have been using. It has been approved from the FDA for 40 plus years now for human consumption, but they will tell you not to use them. Most of the time when they tell you not to use things, you need to figure out, you need to do a deep search on why are they telling me not to use this. 9 times out of 10 is something that's good for us. But if it's gonna cut money, if it's gonna cut dollars, they don't want you to know or look into the benefits of it. But what you want to do is you want to cut off the blood supply of these parasites that are basically the cancer or causing the cancer and making it metastasize. Of course, like my husband said, you gotta have a clean diet, you gotta live a clean life while doing this. So no sugars, no carbs, no chemicals when you're cleaning. You want to live an all natural lifestyle, and you don't want to make that just for now until they come back and say, oh, you're cancer free. You want to make that your lifestyle, because we feed these elements every single day. And not to say that we are 100% perfect people. Nobody is perfect. That's why we have this forgiving God that help us along as we make these bad mistakes. We still have time to get it together. Every day that we wake up is another chance to, okay, let me do better today than what I did yesterday. So definitely look into the benefits of dewormers and horse dewormers, because we need them, especially here in the United States. We need them.
And so, guys, another thing that people always, they've been inundating us with, they want now Soursop leaves. Guys, we have Soursop leaves. We don't have enough to be selling all our Soursop leaves. We do make a blend, which one we will be stocking out soon. But we actually incorporate some of our Soursop leaves into the blend. So therefore, we need enough to be able to make our blends.
Yeah, ain't no point in listing 10.
Yeah,
and because they gonna sell out. They gonna sell out so fast.
And people been reaching out from everywhere, guys. I mean, everywhere want Soursop leaves, and apparently There's no more listed on Amazon. You
Oh,
know,
it's not.
I tell people, I say check Amazon, which I can't attest to how those leaves are treated. I don't know. I don't know if they got pesticides on them. The real leaves, I don't know nothing about them. I just knew that it was available at one time on Amazon, and now I guess since the word has gotten out, and we've been talking about this for 3 years now. Soursop leaves. When we first started talking about it, too much people paid a whole bunch of attention. But we found out we went down south, and of course, when we go and get stuff, we buy stuff. We do the research, and my mind was blown at the research on Soursop. So therefore, we actually did the research, and we had a whole lot of conversations. Of course, the conversations weren't real popular back then. You know, we had our community that did hear what we said, but how much they took it into account, don't know. But it's come around, and now it is more of a thing. And South these are just one of the things that you just kind of want to add to your thing. It's not something that you want to use as a cure. Like I said, if you're not going to eat right and do right, then you shouldn't expect for not to happen. Yes, we have heard people say they have done this stuff that I just mentioned, and they went back to the doctor and was cancer free. We had people that said they was given a certain amount of time to live, and they're still walking around today. But just because they did it, they did the work. Are you gonna do the work? You know, and everybody's different. With everything that we talk about, guys, just remember this: our bodies are all different. Some of us are doing things that may affect what you're trying to do. Are you taking a whole bunch of medicines already for a whole bunch of other things that can affect what you're trying to do naturally? So you got to stay cognizant of this. I cannot answer all those questions, and I can't talk to people in a manner that will give them a good idea through a text. Um, that's why my wife got the consultation up there. If you need a step by step or something that's more in depth on some of the things you can do, not medical advice, some of the things you can do, the better your chances, increase your odds of getting through something. Then give her a call, talk to her, and get to work because it is work. Everything that we do, guys, everything that we do requires work. We gotta stop being lazy and thinking pop a pill. It's a reason why they want us to pop a pill. It's a reason why they don't tell us that that pill that they got, that they just derive the properties from a natural herb, and they won't tell you what the herbs are. You want to have to do all that research. You want to find out. You want to listen to us talk about it. Then you have to do the research on what we talked about and find out, is this true? Is this something that might work for me? Should I incorporate this into my life? And then you make that decision as an adult and find out, what it is and if it worked for you.
Personal question.
Hmm? What you got?
So Isaiah said, "What do I need to do to get off pre-diabetic range? Get out of the pre-diabetic range."
Well, I can tell you what I done. All right. Once I found out that, I had blood sugar problems, we immediately went to a carnivore diet, which is you have to look it up and find out the details of the carnivore diet because some people think it's just eating meat and that's just going to be what it is. It takes more than that. It's a certain kind of meat. There's a certain way you got to do it to be able for it to be effective. Now, what you're doing is taking all the sugars out of your diet because once you eat the carnivore diet, all the carbs are gone, the majority of them. Carbs breaks down in your body and turns to sugar. Sugar is the problem that you have with your body dealing with. And it's the reason why you're having those problems It's because of the wheats and the things that the preservatives that they put in our food. This stuff is causing us to be this way. I want to say I heard what is it? I can't remember. I don't want to flex the numbers, but I think they say like 100 to 200,000 people are being diagnosed with diabetes every year now. This is because of our diets, guys. This is because of what they're feeding us. And they want us to jump on the medicines. People are profiting from you being sick. They want you to be on these medicines. This is why they put some of these chemicals in our foods. They know that this stuff causes that. It's not illegal, so why not? All I have to do is invest in a company that's making the pills that y'all gonna need to fix this problem. Or learn how to do it on your own. Because as Americans, most of us are lazy. We don't want to do the work. We just want to pop a pill and everything be fixed. It's not gonna work. You're gonna pop pills, and I just had this conversation with somebody in a chat. Well, in a text, in a conversation not too long ago. They said they got on pills which, destroyed their liver, which caused them more problems. And, that's just the way it's gonna go, guys. They don't create anything to heal anything. They create medicines to pacify you because the object is to keep you on the pills forever.
Practicing meds.
And because we know that some of these herbs can literally fix your issues, they know it too. And if they wanted to incorporate the properties that will fix your problem, they would. But why would they want to get rid of their money maker? You're a drug dealer. Why you want to get your customers off the drugs? You don't. You want to increase your customer base. So this is what being knowledgeable will do. And all we doing is passing on some of the knowledge that we have found. And some of the stuff that we found that is crazy. It's crazy because some of it is so simple, but it's crazy and nobody know about it. Now, when I say nobody, that I ain't talking about the people who were looking into this for a long time. The majority, the vast majority of people have no idea about herbs, about some of the stuff that herbs do. And then when they hear herbs, they be like, that's crazy. But what they don't know is those same herbs was picked because they work and made synthetic and put into your pills so they can help you. So what you're doing is you're getting ready, you're not thinking about the real, taking the fake and trying to rely more on man's science than God's way. So God can't be improved on. Everything that he put on this earth, he put it on here for a reason. And it's for us. Yeah, some of it is bad. Some of it is poison. But there may be a reason for the poison. You don't want to eat that. But I'm saying there's a reason for it.
So what can we do to start eating a carnivore diet on a regular basis? So I guess like giving an example of what you normally eat on a daily basis. You need to cut down.
I'm sorry. um, what we did, we live in Savannah, Georgia, so there's a local farmer that we found that was producing meat that was all natural, grass fed, hormone free. And now we got 2 freezers and they're full with their meat. And that's all we eat for as meat. Now I say that we do go out, but 95% of the time we eat what we got here at home. And when we go out, we eat. I still eat in a way that is better. I'm trying not to eat nobody frying foods. I ain't eat nobody breads. But if I can find some baked food, some baked chicken, a hamburger, or something like that out and about, I'll eat that. Hamburger from a real restaurant, not from one of these fast food joints.
Like Green Truck.
Yeah.
I have to think that green truck is a prime example of a perfect diet. Okay. So give them, I think giving them an example of what you eat in a day will help. And because that's not just what you eat, just what you eat in a day for the most part. When we first went to carnivore.
So guys, when we first started, okay, we didn't immediately have good meats. So I made the best choices possible. I still had to get some stuff from the grocery store, but we had our meat on order. We bought a half a cow and we had it on order. What we did is made sure that we got majority of our cow in ground beef. That way it would be easier to create meals. So having to cook up a steak every time I got hungry or whatever, I can take and I can cook up a pack or two of ground beef. You know, the way I do it is I mix a couple of eggs in it. I will put my all natural seasonings from Redlands. So guys, that is important to make sure your seasonings are good. We like Redlands because we have visited them and we know that they do absolutely nothing to their seasonings. They grind it and they put it in a package. And that's what you want. There are chemicals in regular seasonings. It's an anti-kicking agent, and that is a poison, guys. Um, you only can eat safely a small amount, but nobody's eating that amount. So that's the way they get past, you know, the FDA and the you know all the regulations that they got is that they use a certain serving size, which is safe, but nobody's using that serving size. So if they say one serving size is safe, two serving size is not safe, but they're saying a serving size is a quarter of a teaspoon. Who using a quarter teaspoon of seasoning? Yeah. So therefore, you're gonna use more than that, and then that stuff is bad. It's causing inflammation in your body, and it's causing a whole bunch of issues like cancers and stuff like that too. Okay, so season it with that egg, which is good. It's a good protein source, and mix it up. And I make enough burgers to where I could just eat off of burgers if I want. Now we got other strands of meat that we can make other things with, but for the most part, burgers. I have no problems with burgers. Cheese is a good uh, source for your carnivore diet. You'll get you a good cheese. You can top it with cheese. That burger can taste good. You can make that burger taste like a steak or whatever. You just have to work with it. I'm one of those people when I'm hungry, I just want to eat. I'm not real particular. I'm not one of the people that feel like, oh, I ate that too much. I need to not eat it no more. That's me. I'm disciplined that way. That don't mean that's you. You have to find out the best way for you to do it. Now, eggs. I will eat eggs. I will eat 6 eggs at a time. I will use butter. I will use olive oils. Use healthy fats because your body actually needs those fats. Your body is no longer running off carbs, it's running off of fat. So your body will work way more efficiently if you're using healthy fats. You got to understand what a healthy fat is, guys. Don't go and get these seed oils and all this stuff here, all this fancy stuff out there. If you can get some lard, all that stuff is great. You can use all that healthy animal fats. You know, uh, olive oil seem to be really really good. Your body will then start running off of that. It will leave the carbs alone. You will notice a couple of things. Your muscle mass will start to pick up, and that don't mean if you're a woman that you're gonna get muscular. No, because you can't. You don't have the necessary things. Men will get leaner, women will get leaner. Your muscle mass will naturally pick up because you have eaten a lot of proteins and it's helping your body do what it needs to do. Your body is now running more efficiently, So it's burning more fat. And it's not allowing the carbs that you put in your body to be stored as fat, extra glucose. If you haven't seen one of our latest videos from Hunter, cattle company, where we visited and we talked to the owner of that, and he talked about all this stuff. So we talked about what uh, meat that was raised on corn or grains, the kind of fat that it produces versus 100% grass-fed cow and the fat that it produces. Now, the fats from 100% grass-fed is a healthy, natural fat. It actually tastes really good to me. I heard somebody in one of the chats say, I don't like 100% grass-fed meat. I don't like the way it tastes.
That's probably because they got used to the crap.
They could have been. But the thing is, do you care quite as much about that as you do about your well-being? To me, it tastes way better. The fats are way better. They melt away at you, and they give you the energy that you need for your body to work the way it's supposed to.
Like I haven't met too many people that don't like grass fed, so either it probably wasn't grass fed or they just so used to the crap to where their system is like, that's weird. What is that?
Mhm. So they said they like a mixture of grass fed and grain. That's what they said.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's them.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah. I mean, do what you feel like you need to do.
So Teddy is a truck driver,
Mhm.
and was asking, I eat a lot of ground turkey. What do you think?
If you don't know where your turkey comes from, then it's no different than anything else, right? They tend to inject a lot of hormones and chemicals into our meats when they're farm and big farmlands. Because what they want to do, they want to keep their product alive. So putting a whole bunch of antibiotics and steroids and stuff in it to stop them from getting sick is a thing. Because when they get it in them, when you eat it, you get it in you. All right, so you have to make sure where you get your turkey from is all natural. Now, getting 100% grass-fed beef. Guys, let me tell you something. If you get a good meat, 100% grass-fed, you don't get hungry as much. You don't have the need to eat as much. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's absolutely true. And being a truck driver, you're going to have to prep your meals, guys. You're going to have to pack what you're going to eat because we know what's on the road. You know what I mean? There's no way to get healthy food on the road. Truck stops, truck stops are not it. You know what's in the truck stops. You know, it's usually some fast food restaurants or it's a little restaurant that, they're trying to produce as much as they can, as cheap as they can. And, it may taste good, but that's not good food. You're not going to find good food from just your everyday regular restaurant. And when all your meals are coming from them, you can't help but, be in a bad shape. I have talked to somebody who said that a friend of theirs just died on the truck from a heart attack. Guys, you're sitting in that seat for 8, 10 hours. You eating bad food. It's inevitable. I don't care what you look like. If your genetics is a skinny person, don't mean that you're healthy. Let me repeat that again, guys. If you're skinny, don't mean you're healthy. That means your genetics won't allow you to get big. You could be just as unhealthy as somebody who's really big, but just on a smaller body. So keep that in mind. You know, people like to attribute being really skinny with being healthy. Now, that could be the case because you're skinny because you're working at it. But if you're not doing anything, you eating just like everybody else. A lot of times, skinny people eat way more than everybody else. You are just as sick. You can go down just as quick as somebody that's bigger. So keep that in mind. Just, you know, I might be partial, but truck drivers are really, really important, guys. They're important to everybody. Nobody gets nothing without the guys behind the wheel.
Sharon said, I came off the farm. I went to the city, bought the commercial grocery meat. Man, I sure miss the taste of grass fed, grass finished.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to know the difference. Some of us have been eating junk so long we don't even know. That's one of the things about going to a more upscale restaurant. Generally, generally they sell a good grade meat, and that's what you find so good about eating at the places because the meat is a way better quality. You think that you can go to the grocery store and buy a slab of meat and go and cook it like they cook it? You can't. They got the advantage. They got good meat.
So Linda asks, what about dairy? If you eat meat, are you drinking milk? So we don't drink milk. We use milk to cook with. So that's a good question though, because of course people say, well, you got to lay off the dairy or whatever. So if in our case, in all of our case, it's not the product, it's the process. So if you can get raw milk or cheese made from raw milk, I see Mary in the comments. She live in Dinwiddie, Virginia, or somewhere close to it, where she ended up going to the Amish store. Now they have raw cheese. When I was home, I didn't have time to make cheese to be able to make macaroni and cheese, but they had cheese from a local dairy farm that made their own cheese, which made it so much better because then we didn't have to buy the store processed crap. So when it comes to dairy, we don't drink milk. We use milk to cook with, but we get raw milk, freeze dried, so we have it when we need to cook something or prepare something. We can do the same when we want to make cheese, yogurts, ice cream, or whatever. Just get us some raw milk because again, it's not the product, it's the process.
So dairy is a good part of what you want to use to in your carnivore diet. So cheeses are good, but like I said, the process is, like she said, the process is important. If you're eating cheese or milk that they have processed and put a whole bunch of junk in it, then that could be your problem. You know, um, Sodas, guys. I think sodas are one of the worst things for the majority of people. You got to think about it. You can ingest a whole bunch of chemicals really, really, really fast. Look at your soda bottle and see how many servings that your 20 ounce or your 32 ounce soda is supposed to be. And y'all drinking the whole thing. We get 44 ounces, guys. Yeah, it's crazy.
See what Teddy said.
What?
Um, what are you drinking in that cup so I can order it for myself?
This is coffee. This is coffee and heavy whip. So, you know, the whip is a fat and it helps, it feeds me. It's my energy. So when you're not eating carbs, you have to have fats in your body so that your body can burn off the fats. If you don't eat carbs and you don't have fats, you will feel really bad. You'll feel lethargic. You'll feel weak. You need the fats if you want to stay strong. Now, generally, when you stop eating carbs, it takes roughly 2 days from your body to go from burning off the carbs to using fats. All right, so it's going to be a transition. You should expect to feel a little different right then. But the longer you stay with the fats, the more your body will get used to it. You're going to notice that you start losing weight. You're going to notice that, you feel a lot better. And a lot of us think that ain't nothing wrong with the way we feel right now. But because we've been feeling like we feel for so long that we think this is normal. This is what I'm supposed to feel like. The only way you're going to know is feel better. Then you're going to be like, uh-uh. And one thing I want to do, guys, I'm going to start taking some of us to the gym, right? And I'm not taking us to the gym to uh, bodybuild. I'm taking us to the gym to show us how we can keep our body in motion. how to stretch, and how to do really light exercises, guys. I'm gonna tell you guys, once we get older, to all us that's getting older, and that's a blessing to be getting older because a lot of people don't. Um, our muscles will atrophy. That means we will start losing muscle at a certain point in time. Everybody's a little different, but generally around the 40-ish age, muscles start to deteriorate. Now, everybody that heard the saying, if you don't use it, you will lose it. So, not walking around, not using your shoulders, not using your back, not using your arms, the muscle gets weaker. And then after a certain amount of time, you no longer can do it. Now you easily can injure your back. Why? Because your muscles are so weak. Your back supports, your stomach supports your back. You don't use your stomach. You don't strengthen your stomach muscle somewhere. You ain't got nothing to support your back. So the minute you bend over and pick up something and you don't have no core strength and you don't have your muscles in your back is weak, you rely strictly on your vertebrae and your bones to try to maneuver, and all of a sudden something just cock, and now you got a problem. So I'm gonna take us to the gym. I'm gonna show us little exercises that we can do on an everyday basis to keep ourselves mobile, keep ourselves uh, going. You were talking about Okinawa?
The Okinawa.
Yeah, like these people in their hundreds and they walking around doing things, they gardening and they living fine. Why? Because they stay in motion. That means their muscles are never getting to the point where they're not usable because they're always using them. I tell you guys, we are so used to taking a pill for everything because that's gonna make it better. It's not. So we're gonna have to learn how to work with our bodies to be able to get the best results possible. Another question that we generally get, you know, and this is to the new people, y'all may not know. We make an amazing uh, pain relief.
It's sold out. They keep asking about
It
it.
is.
So our website. So we always restock Monday mornings by 9 a.m. So they can always check back at least by Monday. Sometimes we'll restock in the middle of the week, but yeah. So go ahead. It will restock in the morning.
Okay, so in the morning, guys. So it is an amazing, amazing product, guys. And, that's the reason why it continuously sell out. It's just great. We are so proud of it. But people that got cancer, not cancer, but arthritis, sciatica, all those issues, they always text and ask them, what can they do for those things? Our Pain Away All works amazing. Now, I haven't heard of nobody saying that they didn't get relief from that. I'm telling you, we have been places and we have dropped our Pain Away All on people who can't open and close their hands. And before we walk away from them, they close and they're opening their hands. That's how good it works. People who got constant knee pains. We have had people that's walking on a cane. And we're talking about people who have had knee surgery already. We have people that's bone on bone. And the Pain Away will make it so comfortable that they no longer need the cane and they can walk fine without pain. Now, like we say, everybody's different, but it is an amazing product. It's one of the things that you can do instead of taking a whole bunch of meds. Now, I say that to say this, guys, do the work. Uh, Arthritis, sciatica, all these inflammation issues, they come from what we eat. All these carbs and sugars and preservatives cause inflammation. Inflammation causes your joints to feel the way they feel. All right, so it's your foods. Your doctors ain't telling you that. They're just pushing medicine at you, telling you to go get all these injections and all this stuff here. Eat right. Do the work. Use Pain Away to assist you so you can be comfortable while you doing the work. What Pain Away does, it goes in, it reduces the inflammation in those joints. And it allows you to now use your joints. And by taking the inflammation away, it takes away the pain. So when you have bone, and you got cartilage there, we generally will have some kind of nerve running between all of that. But when that cartilage swell up, it squeezes on that nerve, and now you got pain. That's in your back, that's in your knees, that's in your hands, that's on your hips, that's all that. So what Pain Away does is it takes down the inflammation so the pain is not so great. Yeah, you can keep on using that. It will eventually work. It will eventually get rid of your inflammation, but you need to stop doing what is being done to cause the inflammation. Get rid of your sodas, guys. Stop eating no breads. You know, if you're new, you haven't heard that the wheat is a bad thing in our diet. That's why we use ancient grains. So, ancient grains are the natural grains. The wheat that we're using right now, that is the wheat that's genetically modified. So scientists have brought that wheat to market, and it is causing all kind of havoc in our bodies. Okay, at first nobody knew, but as the years went along, now they know. The process that they put it through, the way they have made the wheat genetically is not compatible with our bodies. It's causing the inflammation. And some of us are being affected more than others. So you will have to look into that. So we use Grand Teton, and it's an ancient grain, and they use an all natural growing method. So we have spoken to them. We talked about how they grow and the reason why they grow. And of course, anybody we talk about, it's because we believe in what they do. We talk about Hunter. We're not affiliated with Hunter. We just appreciate what they do. We are affiliated with Ancient Grain. We love what they do. And because we talked about it, we were able to talk to them, and they made us affiliates with them. It's not something that we sought out, but we will talk about any company that we feel that's beneficial to our community. And if that company decides to reach out to us and we agree with what they're saying, we're gonna talk about them even more. Now, we done had companies that we did not jive with that reached out to us, and y'all not gonna hear about them because that's not what we're doing. You know what I mean? So it's not like if we taint the message, then the message is not no good. So therefore, we want to make sure when we talk about something, we're talking about something that's beneficial. And keep in mind, guys, none of us are the same. Everything won't work for everybody the same way. It'll work 100% amazing for somebody, will change their whole life. Everything will go from 0 to 100. They'll be good to go. Some people, it may only help a little bit. They might not even notice the help. But if it's an all natural product, it is helping. If you're getting rid of some of the bad stuff, the chemicals, and eat something that don't have that in it, it is helping you. Whether or not you can see it or feel it or not, it is. So we want you to keep that in mind. Now, I wanted to say some of these things because these are the major questions that I've been getting in the chats, and I can't answer everybody.
Ned's Belly sent the super chat.
Thank you, Ned's Belly. We appreciate you. Thanks for the love. Come on up, babe. We definitely want to talk about fall garden. So, what do you want to grow?
Broccoli.
broccoli, and more broccoli. So we're gonna definitely grow broccoli because broccoli is absolutely delicious
I love broccoli.
in the garden, guys.
Does Pain Away come in liquid form? So let's answer these questions
Yeah,
real quick. Pain Away does come in liquid form. Now, because no two people are the same, we can't say that you use it the first time, it's gonna stop all your pain. You may need to use it 2 or 3 times a day in the beginning, depending on the severity of your issue. And then you can start pulling back on it some. Some people use it one time and it just help out so much. But I say be consistent with it for at least a week or two so that you can combat that inflammation. But some people need a little bit more time. So be patient. You know, we gotta be patient with these things.
So have you ever heard of anybody who didn't get no relief the very first time they used it?
Yeah, so we did get an email a few weeks ago of someone saying that nobody in their family was able to get any relief from it. They were highly disappointed that now
That is absolutely weird to me
I've
because
never heard that
yeah,
before.
we done had people that had major surgery. We got a neighbor that had bone issues and was able to use it and
Yeah.
go jogging.
99% of the time, we have gotten great results from people that use Pain Away. Again, no two people are the same, and we don't know everybody's issue, so you have to take that into account too. But Pain Away is all natural.
Yeah.
We, like you said, we've had people that walk with assistance, whether it's in a cane or just can't get up because their knees are so bad. The back is bothering them.
Can't turn their head.
Can't turn because they've had spinal injuries or fusions done. People with Parkinson's, neuropathy, sciatic issues, fibromyalgia, vertigo, tinnitus. We've gotten so many positive results.
And it's so many guys that I'm willing to say that person wasn't telling the truth.
Yeah.
Because it just don't seem possible. Now, and I said this before, if you've never heard this before, it is all natural. It is not a drug.
No.
It will not make you high. If you're addicted to a pain med, you will absolutely want your drugs.
Yeah.
Because you're addicted to that drug.
That's why, and so that's enough. That's no two people are the same. You have to know yourself. You have to know what you have going on.
Yeah, don't look to get high. You're not gonna get high, guys.
Yeah.
If you've been taking pain meds for a year, guys, you're probably addicted to pain meds, whether you know it or not. And if you stop using, you're gonna go through withdrawals. You're gonna feel bad. So definitely, make sure you go get that checked out. Do not stay on any kind of pain med. Guys, you talking about these are opioids, these are cocaines and heroin and all the stuff that they put inside these pain meds, guys. Just like any addict get addicted to it, you get addicted to it too.
They are highly addictive.
Highly addictive. And a lot of people don't tell you that you shouldn't be taking this stuff for a long period of time. But if you start getting pains, a lot of that stuff is phantom, guys. If you've been on pain meds for a long time, you no longer getting pains, but your brain tell you that you having pain, so you need to go get me some of this med. And what it does is keep on requiring you to get more and more meds. I was in law enforcement for 16 years. I took all the classes. I'm a drug recognition officer. I know what people look like when they're on pain, when they're on medicine. So if you are under the influence, I can easily tell. And I know that there's some real amazing people that accidentally got hooked on drugs. They got in an accident, they had an issue, and they needed to, they had to have a surgery or whatever, and they got put on pain meds. Well, nobody never told them how to get off. And after a while, they couldn't get off. And now you're doctor shopping, right? You're running around trying to find pain pills from other people, trying to borrow other people's pain pills.
This thing is starting to scream. So
keep that in mind. Now, I can see that somebody might not get the same results as other people.
It's the same thing with taking Tylenol. We
Mhm.
all get the same result.
Yeah, but to not get any, and then you talking about a group of people that's not getting any, that means it's probably a group of people that's on drugs, that's addicted to drugs. This is my assumption, because we have not ran into any group of people. Now, I'm telling you, my aunt took this stuff to her church, and a bunch of seniors, everybody fell in love. Now, it should have been some people in that church that said this didn't do anything for me. You know,
Well, the difference is they trust God and they know that his medicine can work. It's just what do I need
Mhm.
and how do I use it?
Right.
So we gave them what they needed and we told them how to use it, and they already trust God.
Yeah.
So once they used it, God showed up as always.
Yeah.
Some people don't believe at all. They just, they brother,
Yeah.
and that's to each his own.
Yeah, and guys, this is your experience. If you use any of our products and you're not, you don't feel these, we would like to hear about it, because we don't want to say that everybody is feeling this way or getting these results, and there's a lot of people that's not. But we get tons and tons of comments and and praises because of what our product is doing. Now, got to be the right person. You got to be somebody who actually is doing the work. You're doing it, using the product the way we say use it. You're getting your pain away, or you're shaking it up really well before you use it every time. You put it on the affected area. You using it the way it's designed to be used. So we talked about this a lot of times. Sometimes people have like shooting pains, sciatica or whatever. It's going from your back, going all the way down to your foot. Well, you put it in your spot in your back, rub it in, go down to your hip, put it in your hip, go down, knee, put on your knee, rub your feet. You want to touch bases with all that. And good to go. In other places, you just want to rub it in. Whenever you have an issue, if you got it in your knee, just rub your knee. Your hands, wrists, shoulders, rub it. Neck, rub it. But still, guys, do the work. Do the work. There's no there's no magic pill for anything, guys. And if you're sitting there depending on a pill to make you better, you're gonna fail, guys. I mean, you gonna fail. You may feel good or okay today, but that pill is gonna tear your body up. You're gonna have liver problems, all these issues. You can't live as long as healthy when you ingesting these synthetics for long periods of time. You got to try to get off of it. Do it safely, do it with knowledge, and make that change. But most definitely, you're gonna cut back on the way you eat. This is one of the reasons why being self-sufficient is good. Trying to produce as much of your food as you possibly can. One thing it's going to do, it's going to give you a mental uh, therapy. It's going to give you purpose. It's going to give you meaning, because without you, that fruit vegetable is not going to flourish. It also allows you to get out in the yard with some of your family members and tend to this garden, allow you to spend time that you probably would not be able to spend time. You know, Another thing it's going to do, it's going to give you a connection with God, with nature. It's going to allow you to be out getting fresh air, sun, some exercise, moving your body, getting going. All this stuff is very important. It's actual vital for life. You definitely need fresh air and sunlight to be able to be healthy. You definitely need to stay mobile to keep your body moving proficiently. Who want to live sitting in a chair and can't move around? Who want to go on vacations and can't walk? You can't get around and go see nothing. Quality of life is so important, and it's up to us. Mhm. Come on.
Go ahead. I was just saying.
Yeah, so back to fall guard, guys. If you're in a cooler climate, you definitely want to go ahead and get you some starts. Go ahead and get you some starts. Go ahead and get them into the ground, get them going. Because your winter will be here shortly. If you're in our climate, you can start from seed, but we so happen to know an amazing spot where we can get some great starts
Yeah.
from.
We like to support them.
Yeah, and
We got tons of seeds, like
it's a
you
local
said.
business. Yeah,
Yeah, we got tons of seeds, but it's nothing like supporting a small business
yeah,
if you can.
and they're doing some good work. So they're local feed and seed, and they give good quality products. So when we can, we support them. But some of the things, nobody you can't find them unless you're going for seed. So therefore, that's what we tend to do. But we can get broccoli. We can get some good broccoli. We can get some good Georgia collards. We can get some good cabbages. We can get all that stuff from them. But the little extra things that you can't find, yeah, we got seeds for all that. So,
So for ulcers, I see somebody keep asking about ulcers. Ulcers in the stomach, look into the benefits. Actually, I was getting ready to do a short video. I do a lot of shorts on certain things that certain plants can help you with. So I was getting ready to. Oh, okay. I was get oh so cayenne pepper. Look into the benefits of cayenne. And I know a lot of people think cayenne gonna burn my stomach. I got ulcers. Did you not hear me? Look into the benefits of cayenne pepper. It can totally heal your ulcers. Our friend over at their homestead, she was suffering really bad with ulcers, like really bad. So when she was at the doctor hospital getting tests done and trying to figure out what to do next, and I told her, I said, a little bit of cayenne, try a quarter teaspoon of cayenne every day and see if that'll help you. And it totally helped her. She hadn't had a problem now in months. And it's just the cayenne that she incorporated in her diet. And she take a little bit in the morning. So I was trying to see if he was finished. So a couple announcements. September 20th. So our September newsletter will come out, I think tomorrow. Um, September 20th, we'll be in Jemison, Alabama at the Greater Fall Festival with Just Dig It Falls. Is it called that? Pedals. I call it Pedals from the Past. But if you are not on our email list, you may want to get on that. That way you can keep up with us coming up, what's going on in September and what we've been doing all summer. That's September 20th. On our website, we also have a calendar now where you can go to it and see where we'll be next. We do a lot of pop-ups like today. We are popping up. Somewhere.
so we get off. We're gonna jump on the road.
We are popping up somewhere. So, and I'm gonna say something on Facebook because I'm trying to figure something out. I think I got it figured out, but I want to see something. I want to see something. Anyhow, we do restock the website every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our website is restocked. We had to do that so that we can keep up with the demand of everything. It got a little crazy around here.
Have a quality of life.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we do a lot already, and doing the website is requiring a lot more.
Yeah.
And we absolutely love the fact that y'all supporting us, but it can take a toll.
Yeah, it
So
get
therefore,
overwhelming. Yeah,
we're gonna step back just a little bit, and then over time we will probably make some adjustments to where it
It's
can
a
get
steady
done,
flow.
and we're not,
Yeah.
taking the whole brunt of everything because we touch everything that we do, and
We got to.
therefore we it's taking a lot of time.
I was explaining that on Wednesday that when we make products, it's a process, and not just a process of the physical making of the products, but also kind of being still and paying attention to what God is leading us and directing us to, because these are His products. We are working through Him. So if we're not paying attention or listening to what God is directing us or telling us to do, it's point. All of it is pointless. So we have to take our time. We got to be obedient and observant of what God is asking us to do while making these products. So it's the same thing when we packing products. You know, we have to kind of be still and pay attention, and a lot of prayer go into these products because they have been amazing to us, our family and friends. Our products have been amazing to us. We want them to give y'all the same benefits, the same relief, the same glory as they give us. So a lot go into making these products, growing them, making them, and then shipping them out. Now there are mishaps when we ship products. Some I forgot to fill some of the magnesium bottles. I don't mind owning up to my mistakes and correcting them. Even when USPS make mistakes, but y'all have to reach out to us and say, hey, we do ask for pictures so that we can see that my jars are broken or whatever is the issue, because we want to make sure we get it right. But we are human and we do make mistakes, but we had to slow down some so that we could keep up with the demand and still be obedient to God so that we can continue to serve his children.
And make sure, guys, again, um, you have to, absolutely have to include the correct mailing address.
Definitely got to give us the right
So,
and apartment numbers. We don't know where y'all live, and we don't share your information with anybody. Your emails, phone numbers, your address. We do not share your information. That is strictly between us and God.
your information is transferred from the information you put on the website to be shipped to onto a shipping label.
Yep.
And sent to you. If you do not put it on there correctly, then that's on you, right? Because we don't know your address.
Yeah.
We don't know any of that stuff. All we know is what you gave us. So
sometimes I'll catch it. Like if you don't complete your address, sometimes I will catch that. But most of the time, because I'm printing out 70, 80 labels at one time, I don't actually look at every single address. But sometimes something will catch my eye and I'll catch it and we'll hold it until most of the time Karen, our assistant, will reach out to you to try to get a complete address. But just double check and make sure you got your address correct and your email address, because that's how you get your tracking information that may go to spam, but make sure you put the correct information there so you can get it. It just help your process and our process go a lot smoother.
So we don't ship to other countries.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Our product is all natural, guys. I mean, we refuse to put anything in there that make it more shelf stable, which will be some kind of chemical or unnatural thing. And to be able to send something that far that might be shipped for that long is potentially going to be a mess. So we don't never want to get to the point where we are using unnatural stuff. You know, our creams will melt, but they will solid back up. And because they're infused with everything that we want in them, they will solid back up and they will be usable.
Perfectly fine. But they will melt. Yeah, it's hot outside.
Yeah, and that's because we don't use anything that we don't feel is a natural product. There's some things we can put in there that'll stop it from doing it, but we don't want to do it because we think that, you know, there's people out there that's dependent on a natural product, and having something unnatural could add to the problems. On top of that, guys, you know, we talked about the foods that you shouldn't eat. We talked about, you know, the problems that it can cause in your body. You also need to think about all the products that you're applying to your skin, your soaps, your shampoos, your conditioners, even some of your perfumes and stuff like that. You have to be cognizant of all of that stuff. We do wear a perfume. I try to spray it on my clothing rather than my actual skin. But we got our own natural soaps. We got our own shampoos that we make. So we can avoid most of that stuff.
I shampooed my hair the other day with shampoo ginger.
Our pooey.
Our pooey. I was out in the yard like, oh, let me get this and put it in my hair. I love it.
So if you're going through cancer, guys, you got to keep that in mind too.
Everything you need to live a natural life.
Yeah. And if you haven't heard us say this before, if you touch your skin with something, it is being absorbed into your body. Your skin is your biggest organ, and most of our stuff is topical.
I can't see the comments.
Don't worry.
No way.
That's not moving.
No, I mean, go ahead. Go ahead.
And everything, the stuff that we use is topical. And once you use something like, our pain away, our cayenne rub, our magnesium rub, and you feel that difference, you'll realize that all that stuff that you put on your body it's absorbed right into your skin and went straight down to where the pain is. So imagine the chemicals. If you sit there and you was able to count everything, all the chemicals out of everything you ate for the day, then the chemicals from your deodorants, from your soaps, from your shampoos, from your toothpaste, you'll realize you have poured a bunch of unnatural, damaging, inflammation-filled, cancer-building chemicals into your body. I mean, a ton of them, guys. You probably no less than 100 or 200 chemicals into your body that you absorbed into your body that day. And you think that's not doing anything to your body. Now, our body's designed to fight off certain things. But when you put that much in it, there's only so much it can do. There's only so much it can fight. And then it's got to find something to do with it. Once they stop it from attacking your system, what is it going to do with it? It's still there. So it's going to hurt something. And once your body get older and tighter, and you're still using as many chemicals, but you're using more because they're putting more in them, guys, we have more chances of getting sick, hurt, cancer, arthritis, all this stuff. We got more chances of that happening because our body is old, our body is tired, and we are introducing even more chemicals into it than we was when we were younger and more healthier. Guys, if you're younger and you want to avoid all these problems, take care of yourself. Look at what you're putting on your body and what you're putting in your body. I don't care who think it's a conspiracy or you a flower child or you just this crazy thinker. Do what you're gonna do. Take care of yourself, and then talk to them later. Talk to them later and find out what's going on. I see people I went to school with, guys. I know I got some age on me, but Jesus. Like, I mean, these people look rough, like rough. And when I see them, I realize how old I actually am, because, I know I'm older, but compared to them, I look really, really good. So, and that came a little bit from, me constantly moving, exercising, stuff like that. But now I'm actually looking at the stuff that I'm putting into my body, and that's helping me out a lot now because not too long ago I had diabetes, right? I started losing a whole lot of weight. I could have been one of these, really frail looking, skinny looking people because my body that ate up all my muscle and now it's deteriorating because of the sugar. But because I actually was able to turn around some of my eating habits, I was able to reverse some of the stuff before it completely devoured my body. Then now I'm able to hold my weight a little better. I had high blood pressure, I could be a victim of that also. Taking all these pills because this is supposed to keep me alive. But instead of taking the pills, I did the work. And now I don't have to take the pills. And now I'm not constantly damaging my liver because of my body trying to process all of these pills for the rest of your life, guys. This stuff is they designed this stuff for you to take for the rest of your life and telling you that you're gonna die if you don't. But you can not take them and do what's necessary and live a whole lot better, a whole lot longer. You got anything?
No. Website will restock in the morning. I think I might restock Pain Away for y'all today, and then I'll restock it again in the morning. Shipments will go out Tuesday. Tomorrow is a holiday, so enjoy. It's the end of the summer. Yes, we gonna see. Um, Hurricane season is ramping up, so you always want to be alert and prepare for that. We'll talk about some things for that. Cold, flu, viruses, and COVID are running rampant. We'll talk about a lot of things with that, so you can protect yourself. I am gonna drop a couple reels today. I'm in search of something, so I'll drop something for that, so y'all can help me with that if you are down in the Central Florida area. Um, Other than that, y'all make sure y'all share this live out. Bobby gave a lot of good information that can help someone. Y'all know sharing is caring. This is how we heal ourselves, by sharing information, having these conversations, to encourage each other that we can do better. We are still here. It's never too late, long as you have breath in your body.
This is the community, guys. I definitely take some of the information that is sent, and I look into them, because, I'm still learning. We are learning, and we need to learn together. And we can share information about, with each other so we can all be better as a community. And that's the goal, guys.
Yes.
Have a stronger, better community with more knowledge and ability to live a healthier life. So that's what we're gonna do, guys. You got nothing else? We're gonna get out of here.
Yep. So
if I haven't spoke to y'all guys, I know I was rambling. I want to say good morning to everybody who came in the chat after we spoke the original time. I see a lot of our long time
yes.
followers. Hey, I absolutely love y'all and appreciate y'all
Yes.
for rocking with us, chilling with us, hanging with us for the long term.
Yep.
And definitely would like to meet as many of y'all as possible amongst our travels. So if you're down in Alabama, when we're there, hey, stop by, give us a hug, give us a handshake, say hello. We'll definitely love to see you and meet you.
Yes. So definitely hit that thumbs up for us. So show us some type of reaction. Share this live out. And if you are not following us, follow the page or our channel. We appreciate you, and it definitely helped us. We are sitting at what, almost 900,000 combined on Facebook alone.
Wow. So that's what's
crazy.
Right there, guys.
It's crazy.
And we found out that a lot of people who watch us are not following our channel or not subscribed to our channel. Follow us, subscribe to us. If we have any value that you may be interested in or can help you or your family, definitely follow us. We would like to see you here whenever we have conversations. If you got something to add, please add, but add in good faith, because we are here to really, really be a service and a value to our community, and we want everybody that's in our community to do the same. So if you got to ingest some of this information, if you need to ingest it because you haven't been taught it or you didn't know it, then absolutely do that. But if you know some information, if you got some value and you want to share it, absolutely share it. I've been really impressed. I have read the comments where people have asked questions, and some of our long-term listeners have answered those questions for me. And I'm so thankful for that. And I love the fact that y'all are talking with each other, getting to know each other. And that's the goal, guys. That's what a community is. And that's what we are striving to do, build an amazing community.
Yes. So y'all have an amazing day. It's gonna be an amazing week. We're gonna go ahead and claim it here on this Sunday. God is amazing, and He has worked wonders over and over again. So whatever you are going through, trust me, it is not forever. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. We just gotta do a little work here to help it get better.
So, and we will be in Jemison, Alabama.
Jemison, Alabama, September 20th. And I do need to share. I got a lot of stuff to share this week. This is the beginning of September, so I'll share all of September things coming up in the next few days so that y'all can keep up with us.
And Sherry will be doing the talk in Jemison.
I told y'all Wednesday, Bobby will not. So we gonna see, but we gonna pray on that one too, because one of these days Bobby gonna be like,
I'm gonna say hello.
You did good today.
I'm gonna say hello.
I tried to sit back so you can And you
Yeah.
did good today.
But I'm looking at the camera. I ain't looking at a bunch of people staring at me.
So y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy your holiday weekend. Some of y'all get an extra day off. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. All right, baby.
All right, guys. Till the next time.
Don't let nobody steal your joy. Oh. I was like, hi.